The distinct characteristic of CFI, if you think about the environment that the executive students encounter, is that I would describe it as drastically different experiences that fit together remarkably well. So in the morning we have what I would describe as more traditional analytic case-style discussion. And then in the afternoon, what the students do is the executives, of course, is they go out in teams and they study some customer service challenge in situ as it's actually unfolding, and they actually develop prototypes that are evaluated by executives from the firms.
We wanted to marry, as Bob just mentioned, the clean models that we teach in the business school with the dirty hands or the messy hands experiences that are typical of the Design Institute. We actually provide them an out-of-the-box experience. This year we worked with a leading multinational that's an oil company, and they have gas stations in California, and they asked us, can you actually help us redesign the customer experience in these gas stations? Well, the most creative group, the idea they had was very simple. They said, look, you've been looking at this as a B2C business, something where you sell to individual consumers. Instead, why don't you think of it as a B2B business? Look at Stanford University. Look at how many cars are parked there. When faculty members work, why can't somebody fill gas?
One of the reasons we believe the program's so important is that the link between serving customers well and corporate profits and growth are obvious and essential. Customers are the main sources of income. So whether you're producing packaged goods, whether you're selling a service like a management consulting firm, the fact is that pleasing customers and keeping them interested in bringing in their dollars and attention is something that's of concern to all organizations. There's a company I work with a lot called IDEO, which is a product development firm, and they'll very often go into organizations, and for them the customers would be, in this case, the people who are stocking shelves, and they're having this problem that they couldn't figure out why Target, which was the customer, why Target wasn't selling enough M&Ms. One of the mottos in the program is that being masters of the obvious is one of the things that great leaders and great companies do. M&M is owned by the Hershey Corporation. They don't say M&Ms on them, the boxes, they say Hershey. So the people in the Target stores, there's a lot of Target stores, didn't know that there was M&Ms in those boxes. When they ran out of stock, they didn't know how to restock.
We had 2 participants from one company based in Santa Barbara, and by the way, companies send teams of participants on occasion to the program. And what these 2 executives realized in the middle of the program is, by God, we've got to do this in our company. And you know what they did? In the middle of the program, they called their CEO. They actually rented a warehouse to replicate exactly what we were doing in the program. And when we spoke to executives in that company, they said this was the first time when we felt extraordinarily confident. And our initial responses from the market indicate that our products are going to be very well received because they respond to genuine customer needs.
The ideal candidate for the CFI program has 3 characteristics. The first thing is it would be somebody who is in a position where being close to an internal or external customer is a big part of their job, or if they want it to be a big part of their job. And that doesn't mean that we're just talking about people in marketing and sales who are outward facing. Very often it's actually people in R&D and in product development. The second thing would be somebody who was senior enough to actually have an impact on the organization, because otherwise I think it just leads to frustration. And the third thing, and probably the most important thing, this is a class that stretches people. They are not people who just are asked to sit in the back and be, if you will, like watchers of television. They have to be active participants in the class, and especially in the afternoons when we go out and observe customers in their roles, do things like prototyping, coming with ideas, developing presentations for the executives we bring in. And if you're the kind of person who is sort of like going to sort of sit back and watch something happen to you, I would advise this is not the right program for you. But if you want to get involved, get your hands dirty, meet some interesting folks, this is the right program for you.